Welcome back to CoinAgeEra. On CoinAgeEra, we uncover the hidden and emotional stories behind the world's most historic coins, and today, we are diving deep into the legendary 1969 Liberty Quarter, a coin that holds within it the heartbeat of an entire generation. The year 1969 was a time of courage, conflict, and change. America was reaching for the moon, marching for equality, and fighting in Vietnam. It was a time when dreams were as powerful as struggles, and in the middle of all this stood a small but meaningful piece of metal, the Liberty Quarter, quietly passing from hand to hand, carrying the story of a nation's pride and perseverance. The 1969 Liberty Quarter, officially known as the Washington Quarter, wasn't born out of luxury but out of legacy. Its design traces back to 1932, when America celebrated the 200th birthday of its founding father, George Washington. His noble profile on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan, reminds the world of leadership and strength. The word liberty, carved above his head, represents the promise that built the United States, while the phrase, "In God we trust," reflects the deep faith that guided its people through war, peace, and progress. On the reverse side, the proud American bald eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows in its talons, a symbol of readiness, courage, and freedom. Above it, the words United States of America stand strong, and just below, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many. One unites the country's many voices into one spirit. By 1969, America's coins had already transformed. Gone were the days of silver. The Liberty Quarter was now made of copper and nickel, a reflection of a modern economy. Yet even though the material changed, the message of the coin never faded. It was still a symbol of freedom in a time of uncertainty. That year, 3 mints gave life to this coin: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. The San Francisco Mint produced dazzling proof coins, mirror-like, flawless strikes meant for collectors, while the Denver Mint gave birth to some of the rarest and most valuable pieces due to double die errors. These mistakes, though small, made certain 1969 quarters treasures worth thousands today, turning ordinary metal into a masterpiece of history. But beyond its collector value, the 1969 Liberty Quarter carried stories, human stories. Imagine a mother buying candy for her child with this coin, a soldier keeping it in his pocket while serving far from home, a student using it in a payphone to call family, or a worker saving it for a dream he couldn't yet afford. Every scratch on its surface, every faded edge, tells a silent tale of everyday life in 1969 America. In homes, shops, and cities, the coin moved quietly, a constant in a world that was changing fast. While the country debated war and peace, celebrated the moon landing, and fought for equality, this quarter remained in circulation, a witness to both the ordinary and the extraordinary. When Neil Armstrong took that famous step on the moon and said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," people back home were holding these same quarters in their hands. It was as if the coin itself, stamped with liberty, reflected that giant leap of faith and human achievement. The Liberty Quarter became more than just currency. It was a tiny, shining symbol of everything the American people stood for: freedom, belief, unity, and strength. Decades later, the 1969 Liberty Quarter still captivates coin lovers and historians alike. It's not rare because of how few were made, it's rare because of what it represents. It holds within it the echo of an entire era, a bridge between the struggles of the past and the hopes of the future. Collectors around the world, especially here on CoinAgeEra, admire it not only for its design but for the emotion it carries, the same emotion that connects a nation's past to its present. Every coin tells a story, but this one tells a story of endurance, transformation, and pride. So next time you hold a 1969 Liberty Quarter, don't just see it as an old piece of metal. See it as a time traveler. Feel the weight of the history it carries, the lives it touched, and the message it still whispers: liberty lives on. More than 50 years have passed, yet this coin remains a shining symbol of what America was, is, and will always be: a land of hope, courage, and unity. This was CoinAgeEra, where every coin tells a story and every story brings history back to life. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CoinAgeEra for more incredible stories from the world of coins, because on CoinAgeEra, every coin has a heartbeat.